This young woman was challenged by a man to an arm wrestling match. But how could she ever hope to win? Hesitantly, she reached out her hand. Within a second, it was slammed down onto the table with brutal force. The man across from her wore a cruel grin, and the squad captain wasn't done with her yet. Once, twice, 3 times. She was humiliated again and again, simply because she was a woman. All her professional skills were dismissed, as though the only measure of a soldier's worth was brute strength. That night, the men celebrated with a party, as if humiliating her had been some glorious victory. But for her, sleep was impossible. She had had enough. She stormed into the captain's office, and with a bold turn, handed in her resignation. She left the unit that very night. Yet giving up on the dream she had lived for all her life was not so simple. She grew depressed, lost in despair. Days later, her father handed her a letter. The military had rejected her resignation and ordered her back on duty, but her heart had already turned cold. She told her father perhaps she should accept her fate, settle down, marry, have children. Maybe that was her destiny after all. Her father refused to listen. He dragged her into the kitchen, trying to teach her the so-called duties of a housewife. Then he held up a bottle of spice and asked, "Do you know what this is?" She was bewildered, caught between shame and anger. But deep down she knew the truth. To be trapped is not to live. To break free is to soar. That very night she packed her bag and returned to the base. And just as she rejoined her unit, war broke out. Without pause, she was sent to the front line. This mission would decide life or death. Before leaving, she rang her father, bidding him a trembling farewell. The battlefield grew ever fiercer. Her squad was ambushed. The captain was gravely wounded. Reinforcements were desperately needed, but every pilot had already been dispatched, except for her. She was ordered to fly. Following the captain's aircraft into a treacherous canyon, she faced impossible terrain and lethal risk. Then disaster struck. The captain's plane was ambushed and lost contact. Orders came swiftly from command: retreat immediately, abort the mission. But she didn't hesitate. She defied the order. In her heart there was only one thought: save her comrades. She banked her aircraft sharply, flying dangerously low along the mountain ridges. With remarkable skill, she strafed the enemy from above, detonating their ammunition and breaking their hold. She landed under fire, cut the captain free, and together they dragged the wounded aboard. As they tried to escape, enemy fire struck their plane. It faltered, riddled with bullets. Rockets locked onto them. Yet she remained calm, fearless, dodging the attack, pushing through the flames, and somehow bringing everyone back alive.